Welcome to the final presentation of the Institute of Leadership Design and Learning. This is Cruz, the president of ILDL, inviting you to find out the changes that we've done to make ILDL a more agile and strategically competitive organization. Globalization is diminishing physical boundaries and widening opportunities for cross-cultural collaborations. However, there is a need to address the leadership development of emerging young leaders from diverse backgrounds in how to collaborate in multicultural teams in the digital age. For our emerging young leaders, there is a lack of experiential learning that can, according to Anderson, encourage them to design their career tailored in the global setting. How can we inspire a young man or woman to see the world beyond their physical conditions and see the world in a different light, a world of solutions? Hence, ILDL offers the competitive advantage of a purposeful global learning community marked by hope. I appreciate the feedback that we received from you, especially from our expert consultant, Professor PThompson. Let me address some of them here. Is ILDL an original concept, or is it based on a model? The concept of a virtual international school is not original. In 2006, Stanford University launched EPGY-OHS, an online high school for highly motivated worldwide students and teachers. There are also several leadership design schools for professionals. What is unique about ILDL is that our incubator community serves students from around the world, regardless of socioeconomic backgrounds, at no cost to them, that uses both face-to-face and virtual mediums. We are a team-based and technology-supported learning environment. To the question of duration, whether a 2-month summer retreat can accomplish the goals of a year's work. Also, do you anticipate conflicts that naturally comes from diverse groups? How do you develop individual cultural competencies and cultural intelligence of the groups? And here's why I bundle these questions together. Cross-cultural team cohesion requires time and intentionality to develop what Daniel Goleman calls emotional intelligence, or EQ, as well as cultural intelligence, or CQ. These are the skills or the abilities needed to relate to people from other cultures through a conscious effort to think before acting or speaking. The amount of time designed for ILDL cohorts is important for our teams to strengthen what Cohn and O'Connell calls emotional capability, that is brought on by self-awareness in recognizing cultural differences and adapting to cultural gaps by working around them. It takes time for people to develop what Lencioni calls trust. By intentionally and openly talking about the multicultural differences, the dialogue can provide practical and hands-on learning experiences by all team members. Another feedback: how do you incorporate the research of multicultural teams in the digital age? Is there a religion education piece? The strategy of ILDL includes the research and development of multicultural team integrations, especially given that the teams interact 75% of the time in virtual communities. As to the religion aspect, working together despite of cultural and religious differences is another challenge that multicultural teams face. What we need to focus on is our common denominator, and that is that every person is created by God and is worthy, has dignity, and a meaningful purpose in life. We affirm this value in the ILDL community. As for the feedback on foreseeable problems with 100 high school seniors per year, we are going to address the issue of time commitment and financial cost to them as we go through the redesigned ILDL. Before we delve into the redesign, I just want to acknowledge that we are using Galbraith's STAR model. The goal is to align all points of the STAR: strategy, structure, process, or lateral capabilities, rewards, and people. The redesign will focus on collaboration, teams learning habits of effective multicultural teamwork. We've also lowered the recruitment of our students from senior high school to junior high school to have a better influence in their decision towards a college major. We've decided to bring down the student-instructor ratio to 5:1 with the addition of paid interns to assist the instructors. To the issue of cost, we've decided to make ILDL an organizational-wide fundraising community, incorporating ILDL staff to support donor relationships in fun and friends making, to create a substantial donor base towards sustainability. We've also added 2 more people in the development department, a marketing and grants manager. Global recruitment will happen through universities around the world, using partnerships, of course. As for retention, organizational retention of executives and staff will remain. However, interns to co-instructor to instructor is part of the redesign. For a smaller organization, the functional structure works best for us with very few staff support. Although roles are clearly defined, they are not boxed in. We have one mission, and that is to serve our emerging leaders with the best global leadership educational experience. And our students are best served when there is trust and team unity. So I trust the Vice President of Operations to ensure that we are compliant and competitive. The top-notch team, the Director of IT, runs the virtual community together with the IT support team. They are the coordinating mechanism that connects all departments. The Director of Talent Recruitment and HR ensures that only the best people work here and that everyone is treated well. And the Director of Finance oversees all the financial aspects of the organization. On the program side, I trust the VP of Research and Development, who guides the Director of Student Recruitment and Services to ensure that we enroll quality students, together with a travel desk to assist our students' logistics and travel needs. The VP of Research and Development is the key catalyst leader who inspires and empowers the academic director to do the same, inspire and empower our 10 lead instructors. To our students, their instructors are the representation of the Institute. And to us, it is our students' success that is our representation and competitive advantage. And again, the third leg that I oversee is the development director, who has the key responsibility to lead the fundraising team that entails the entire community, with the strategic support of the marketing and grants writer. Through financial incentives, with a commitment to equal pay and top-notch health benefits that highlights holistic wellness of the individual and, of course, their families. Because we are a learning community, we will support the career growth and enable our employees to take charge of their own learning. We welcome our employees to be part of the learning community, as well as offer educational reimbursements. We like to have fun, so we will definitely stress a stress-free workplace. And because we believe in meaningful work, we will encourage our employees to give back through paid volunteering and matching donations. The success of ILDL is tied to the success of ILDL instructors. We will be recruiting them, as mentioned, from top universities from the United States and offer them onboarding. A key competency is a passion for developing global leaders and the ability to equip them to carry the mission of serving underdeserved communities. Our instructors hold the pivot role, and they will be mentored directly by the academic director in tandem with me. Evaluations and measurements are indicators of growth. We will evaluate our effectiveness based on the program's ability to fulfill its objectives through tangible and viable outcomes. Although we encourage the retention of our operating key personnel, the long-term employment of our instructors is not the objective. Neither is it the reward. Instead, it is fulfilling experience of directly contributing to the life-changing decisions, as Anderson calls it, in a cross-cultural community at an early stage in their careers. The fruits of the learning experience benefits both students and intern instructors to take their ideas and innovations harvested through ILDL to influence their future careers. These artifacts describe best our organizational culture. All persons are designed by God to be equipped for meaningful and purposeful work. Self-leadership is crucial. Self as instrument. In other words, leadership begins with knowing thyself. Lateral decision-making and problem-solving. As a small nonprofit, we rely on self-initiatives and interdependencies. And we need to remain adaptable and agile because of the ever-changing and constantly moving direction of organizations. We are here to serve our emerging leaders by preparing them to be equipped to serve in the ever-changing global communities where they are located in the future and in their future careers. At ILDL, we ask each and every person that we encounter, whether they are our students, our intern instructors, or our staff, what kind of world do you want to live in, and how can you make that a reality? Thank you so much for joining me in this presentation, and I hope that you will make the decision to partner with us and be an advocate for the global learning of our emerging young leaders. God bless.